Welcome back to Red Devils Talk, everyone. Me, your host, Session, and of course, latest Manchester United news and reviews, previews, and a massive game we preview today. Our Champions League match against Galatasaray tomorrow night, and of course, we have to win. We lose, we are probably out of the Champions League. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, share it to your friends and family, click the notification bell. You know what to do. Thank you for your support. Let's get into it. So, after our win against Everton, I certainly did get some confidence in where we are going in this season. But to be honest, it's also quite concerning as to how we continue to keep winning, but we are not playing well. As I said earlier in earlier videos, I want us to start playing well and winning games. And there's a certain type of champion team aspect when you play bad and still win games. They say that that is championship form. But there needs to come a point where we play well and win. Against Everton, we were clinical, but we didn't play that well. We could have lost the game considering how many chances Everton had. And coming up against a team like Galatasaray in Turkey, Istanbul, it's going to be a hell of a game. We know about the old game that is very famous when United went to Galatasaray and it was said welcome to hell, and the pictures are there for everyone to see. It is a hostile atmosphere. It is worse than Goodison Park, and if the players are not mentally ready for this, we will be losing. But that is something that we should not be thinking about. With the confidence we gained from that win against Everton, players returning from injury, we should win Galatasaray. We played well enough against Everton to get the result. And against Galatasaray, if we dig in once again, show determination, fight, grit and desire, we will end up winning the game. If we don't win comfortably, the point will remain that we have won. We just need the 3 points. Bayern Munich have already qualified, so you expect them to win against Copenhagen, as they would and should. But we need to focus on ourselves in this game. We cannot rely on other permutations, other type of results. If we win our next two games, we go through in second place. It's as simple as that. We win Galatasaray, we win Bayern Munich. Now, winning Bayern Munich is not easy, but we will be at Old Trafford. As I said, they've already qualified, so they might not come at us as hard. They might rest a few players, giving us an opportunity to get a result. It might be the case that we only need a draw against Bayern Munich at home to secure second place. But winning Galatasaray tomorrow night is the most important thing. That is what needs to happen. We cannot go into the game feeble-minded. We need to be strong from the first whistle. We need to show, once again, physical resilience. We need to show mental stability, because Galatasaray will decide at their utmost best to make it difficult for us. Now, that being said, Ten Hag in his press conference was very clear in focusing on the now, not the past game that we had against Galatasaray where our form was not so good, confidence was not that high. It's not that high yet, but it's much better than where it was previous games and in that game against Galatasaray at Old Trafford. We have been doing well away from home this season, which is a complete contrast to the way we have performed at home this season. And last season was a complete reverse. But the players that is available right now, I feel, have the mentality to actually handle the Galatasaray atmosphere. Ten Hag in his press conference, first of all, was backing Bruno as his captain and giving praise to his leadership as a captain, talking about whether it was him or Rashford taking the penalty. He is confident that either of them would have scored, and Rashford scored the penalty, and that is what you expect from him and Bruno. But he was backing his captain because of the criticism outside against him for giving the penalty away, not pulling up the numbers that he needs, not performing the way certain people want the captain to perform. But Bruno fought back and made it very clear that everybody at the club is happy with him being captain. I am happy with him being captain as well. I said that when there was a decision to be made on the official club captain, my vote was Bruno, because who else was going to get it? So there shouldn't be any questions on his leadership. Bruno has dragged us through countless times where we looked down and out and he would come up with a moment of magic and win us the game. That is what our captain does. That is Bruno Fernandes. So it's bad that he's getting this type of criticism, but he's mentally strong enough to handle it, and that is what he spoke about in the press conference. Ten Hag, of course, backed the young players, Kobe Mainu, Pelistri, Garnacho. We know about Hoyland and his potential and his qualities. Ten Hag did say that Anthony and Hoyland is training and will be available for tomorrow night's game and will be part of the squad. That is good news. So him backing the young players, Garnacho, Pelistri, Mainu, he showed this season that he's willing to put them in big games. Pelistri started against Bayern Munich, at the Allianz Arena. Yes, we only lost by the odd goal, and it was a difficult game for him to come in his first start. But we didn't say that he played badly. We didn't say that he was so bad that he should never play for United again. He had a decent game. And when he had his moments coming on from the bench, Pelistri has shown his quality. Even so against Everton, when he came on, the energy he provided, Bruno made mention of this after the game, it helped the team tremendously. And with Garnacho, you see there is a development plan that he went from being a bench player, coming on and impacting games, to slowly but surely starting to impact games from the start. So him backing the young players is crucial to the way Ten Hag is moving the team forward. I said he's phasing out the high earners and the older players who are injury prone and cannot run as more and as much as Ten Hag needs to for his system to work. So I don't have to even speak about Kobe Mainu. We know his quality. We've seen it against Everton. Everybody to this day, to this moment, is still talking about that brilliant performance. Garnacho's goal is still being seen. I've watched it time and time again, over and over. It was just so good. But Ten Hag made 100% sure by saying and echoing Sir Bobby Charlton's words with, if you are good enough, you are old enough. That being said, my prediction for the starting 11 is simply Onana. I think Shaw, Lindelof, Maguire have played well against Everton, and I think Ten Hag will stick with the three of them at the back. But for me, I would put Wan-Bissaka at right back. I know Delo assisted the goal for Garnacho. I know that he had a good game against Everton. But defensively, I would want us to have Wan-Bissaka because of Wilfried Zaha that will play on the left-hand side. So Wan-Bissaka has shown in previous games that he can handle Wilfried Zaha. So he should come in and start at right back ahead of Delo for that reason specifically. In midfield, I think Ten Hag will continue with Kobe Mainu, McTominay, and Bruno. As much as I would want Amrabat personally next to Kobe Mainu, I think he will stick with that same midfield because it worked against Everton, and we know what Kobe Mainu did. And I think because Ten Hag backs the young players, I think he will trust Mainu enough to start this game in midfield at number 6 where he played against Everton. And if he has a similar performance, we simply will be controlling the midfield, and we would then, as an ultimate result, probably go on to win the game. As I said, Ten Hag backed the young players, so up front we know Rashford is not available. Therefore, Garnacho will start on the left-hand side in my opinion. Pelistri can come in on the right-hand side. Yes, Anthony is training and is available for tomorrow night's game, but I think Pelistri should come in and start and deserves to start this game based on the performance he's shown when he has come up from the bench. Anthony hasn't shown that he deserves to start, and of course only recently came back from an injury, was missing, for Everton due to that. So perhaps I feel if Ten Hag starts Anthony, I would not complain because we know Ten Hag has a love affair with Anthony. So I personally would want Pelistri to start on the right hand side, and of course, as I said earlier, Hoyland is training, and if he's fit, I would start him up front. Martial scored, but other than his goal, he was nowhere to be seen. I know he was involved to get us the penalty that Rashford put away against Everton. But other than that, his overall game, he was nowhere to be seen. And Højlund provides a much more solid threat up front when he does play for us. So if Højlund is fit and ready to start, I think Ten Hag will start him up front. And that's the 11 that I think is good enough to go and get us a result, whether it is a 1-0 win or a 3-4-0 win or 3-2, whatever the case may be. We just need to get a win. That is the most important. We have to win. No excuses, no other thoughts or permutations of, oh, let's get the draw here, maybe try and win at Old Trafford against Bayern Munich. No, we simply have to win. Simple as that. We have the players, we just have to apply ourselves mentally and physically, and the rest will shine through. We saw that against Everton. If we dig our heels in, the quality shines through. We show clinicalness when we do find ourselves in a position to finish and when we find ourselves up front. If we sit back and play counter-attacking, we can do that. We have the players that can run in behind and can be very good when we transition from defense to attack. But we also will have the players that can play through the lines, the likes of Shaw, Lindelof with the passing range that he has at the back, Mainu connecting the defense to the midfield and the attack, Bruno of course getting the stability that he needs defensively for him to play freely as he does so well. So we can win this game. We have to win this game. There is no excuses, and nothing else would be more important and more better than us getting a win. But I thank you for joining me in today's video. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel please. My goal, at least before the end of the year, is 500 subscribers. I'm sure that we can do that. Your support will definitely get us there. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day further, Red Devils. Till we see each other again soon in the next one. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.